Hi Pisces, welcome to your March 2019 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. So I'm just starting over again. And the card for the focus, or the heart of the matter, is the Fool card. That's pretty perfect. And in this Wild Unknown tarot deck, they depict it as a baby bird, which is even more apropos because this is the beginning, March is the beginning of spring, and that's a great association as far as I'm concerned. And this is your birthday month, a lot of you at least. Happy birthday. And there's a new moon on the 6th that is also the same day as Uranus changing signs, which is fairly significant because Uranus is a slow-moving planet, and it changes signs every 7 years. Yeah, it did go into Taurus back in May, briefly, but this is going to stay in Taurus for the next 7 years. So, and it's on the same day as your new moon, so who knows? You know, is it symbolic? Is it important to your life? Well, you know, perhaps. And one thing I just wanted to note is that the Fool is the first card of the deck. The 0 is the unknown, but it's like a very powerful number because it's. I remember reading about the 0 and its properties, and whenever it combines with another number, it creates this sense of what would you call it? You know, pure potential. It's like a very creative energy. And you could look at it as a blank slate. But in some decks, it's the last card. And I mean, I don't think that I'm imagining this because when I was learning about tarot, I think they said that. So if any of you know of a deck that has the Fool as the last card, please let me know. I mean, to me, it's much more effective as the first card because of what it represents, and as 0, you know. And I understand what they mean, that the end is the beginning and all that stuff, but still. And it's hopeful, you know, if it's the last card, because it's showing that there's always new creations. It's never just, you know, the curtain closing and that's it. But I still like it as 0, and, you know, I do have decks where the Strength and the Justice card are switched out. And, but never seen that deck before. So this is, you know, talking about new beginnings, new solar cycle. But even on a deeper level, I think it's all about your own attitudes about change and what you think, you know, is your potential, what is possible for you. Sometimes with water signs, I think that the past tends to kind of have a very strong hold on the person, and you rule the 12th house. So this is like the accumulation of a lifetime, or lifetimes, I should say. And so it's really about breaking free of those things. And realizing that you can create your reality. You can be a conscious co-creator. You don't have to just sit back and hope that something nice happens to you. You can make something nice happen to you. And this could, I mean, you know, on the more mundane level, could be like you're starting over in some area of your life besides just your birthday. The past position, the Son of Swords, is the Knight of Swords. That's what this card represents. And perhaps this is a person that you have... well, you know, it's funny. I'm wondering if it's a Gemini, because I got the Lover's card on the right, the upper right. And that's one of the swords. The swords are the air signs: Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And, you know, so the Lover's card is Gemini. And unless, you know, if this is a Gemini person, perhaps you have felt like a fool. You know, The Fool card is, you know, it really does talk about new beginnings and things like that, but it can be somebody who is wet behind the ears, even if they're, you know, 50 years old. That they're very, when it comes to love, they might be rusty, or they might be just have a track record of trusting the wrong person, and that being problematic. The Knight of Swords, if this is an individual, could be somebody with fire and air in their chart. And this person is very, sometimes this can be like a lawyer or somebody who's very outspoken. Maybe it could even describe consulting a lawyer for some reason. But like a fast talker. And maybe you fell for it. But there's the possibility too that this is you, that you're becoming more outspoken. And that you're like, you know, that you're like kind of standing up for yourself in some relationship. It could include work too. That you're finding your voice. The swords are about communication. The higher message is the Lover's card. And, you know, if there's some kind of a relationship that seemed that it fell apart or anything like that, I think the Lover's card is saying, you know, you have to have intimacy. You can't have a relationship that is just based on empty talk or empty promises. And so there has to be like genuine affection and things like that. And maybe that wasn't what you had, and you realize that, but you realize it after the fact. And I think also the Lover's card can be partnership. So even in the workplace, if you feel like you're not connecting with people, and you don't have, even like a boss, even though a boss isn't that type of situation, that one-on-one relationship is so important to establish. And if there's a sense of like you being the peon and not having that mutual respect, then that relationship also is not going to be a healthy one. And with the Knight of Swords, you might have finally stuck up for yourself and felt like, if I stand up for myself, if I try to defend myself or just, you know, say, no, that's not right, I'm going to, you know, they're going to give me crap. And that may have been why in the past you've kind of like kept your mouth shut, but you finally couldn't do it. And the Fool card is like waking up to all of the things that have happened, I think, too. But again, I mean, it could have multiple meanings. It could mean that you have decided that you're going to go out on your own. And you may not know what's going to happen, but it's like you don't care. I always emphasize that aspect of the Fool card, is that if you're embarking on a new journey in life, even though, you know, the path may not be clear to you, you don't know, because you may have come from a situation that you felt was just unacceptable. And this is preferable to that. You're not willing to tolerate something anymore. What crosses you is the Magician card. So this is that sense of self-empowerment and feeling resourceful, feeling like you have what it takes to change in your life. And you may have been not feeling that lately. And I think with Pisces, this is a lifelong struggle that has to be kind of like a battle that has to be won because of the nature of Pisces. So being able to see how you have control over your life, power. Yeah, no, of course we don't have ultimate control. But we do have more than we give ourselves credit for, and we can't allow ourselves to succumb to the idea of, you know, I'm doomed, or you know what I mean? That's the go-to phrase. And feeling hopeful, but also feeling that you can do things and make and have a success in life. And also, if you're coming out of a relationship, feeling that you can make yourself fulfilled, that you don't have to look to another person to feel a sense of fulfillment over your life. So that's an important piece in this too, is being independent in every way possible. And that's something that you have to really work at it. And you can do this in many ways. I mean, affirmations, meditation, reading books on laws of attraction so that you can get yourself into a vibration that is very positive. What's coming in is the Moon card. This is connected to you. We could look at this. I wonder if we could look at this as a timing card in March. Because when I got this, and I actually got the Fool card for another sign, it was 0. And we are having a full moon that is 0 degrees in March. 0 degrees of Libra. And the sun is 0 degrees of Aries. And that can, you know, so Libra is your, it's going to be your 8th house, which is a house of intimacy, like the Lover's card. And, you know, when I say intimacy, you will see in the Rider-Waite deck, and also my Morgan Greer deck that I use a lot, naked people. And so the physical intimacy is the thing that everybody associates with the 8th house, but that's not, it's not just about sex. It's about the deep emotional bonding. So unless those are two different people, and one is, I was going to say one is a Gemini and the other is a Libra. I wouldn't be surprised if they're both swords. This could simply be that you are learning the things that make you lie to yourself, because the Moon card can be a card of self-deception. And you're, you know, that's why Neptune is connected to this, because Neptune is a planet of deception. And, you know, Neptune has good qualities too. It can be very inspirational, but, and you know, idealistic. But that aspect of not seeing things in a clear way, perhaps you're going to cut through that this month. And interestingly, for the outcome card, we have a very good card for money, the Ten of Pentacles. So perhaps that is, if you gain clarity, maybe this can help you financially as well. This is a card of generational wealth. And for some people, this could be going to work for the family business even. This card, I feel, I'm going to look this up as soon as I am at the computer. I'm going to figure out if this card connects to Capricorn. Because, you know, it's definitely Earth energy. And the other Earth signs are Taurus and Virgo. But the number 10, you know, Capricorn rules the 10th house. So to me, this is about great affluence. And it's like if you have a choice to make and you're fearful of that choice, you may cut through the illusions and end up with wealth. And if we extend the concept of wealth, yeah, you know, material wealth is great too. But it can be this sense of inner wealth. You know, looking at that from the magician's standpoint, about feeling like you don't need anyone for anything. If you have a relationship with somebody, it's because you want to, not because you need to. That's a really powerful feeling. And the more that we can cultivate that, which is not an easy fix. If you have more of a dependent personality, it's something that is you have to be mindful about and gradual about, and you will get there, but you can't snap your fingers and have it happen. But this is a very nice way to end the reading. So I hope that you enjoyed this, Pisces. And if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Have a great month. Take care. Bye.